All right, folks, welcome back. We got another week ahead of us, and the content coming out of CIG for Star Citizen is weird lately. It's not really all that congruent or dedicated, or it's pretty scattered, and I've got a lot to say about that. I've put some of it in a video, but this is not the video for that. Today we're going to look at the newest from Star Citizen. This is their weekly update, this time being behind the ships. I say weekly update, but they are not coming weekly anymore. Let's take a look at the next relatively large ship coming to Star Citizen. I've actually got a video coming out about this on the main channel. If you're watching this a few days after this, it might already be out. This might be one of the best solo capable quest running ships in the game. I'm excited to see what they say here, but I've already got a lot to say about it, so we'll get started.
The Starlancer TAC is a variant of the Starlancer series. It kind of takes the Starlancer chassis and outfits it with a more offensive loadout.
It's got remote turrets on top. The co-pilot's got some fun little missile turrets at the rear to keep people off the back end.
Oh,
You don't have
I did not know it had missile turrets on the rear. That's pretty cool.
access to every single gun on it. There's only 4 pilot-controlled guns.
To be clear, that's still a lot of pilot-controlled firepower, and that's a part of why this is going to have more emphasis or more interest to the people who really want to go out there alone. It's not even about dogfighting with the ship, it's just the ability to feel safer. I think it's almost entirely a psychological thing, but those 4 pilot-controlled guns are going to be a big deal for this ship.
You'll notice immediately from the exterior that it has these new 2 twin size 5 man turrets.
Oh, those don't...
It has these new 2 twin...
Those didn't end up looking quite as nice as the concept art, I think, made them look. Hold on, let me pull that up. Yeah, I mean, no. I think they did a pretty decent job. I actually think, no, they match. They match. It's just the angle. The angle makes them look like the guns are real far extended. But that's basically exactly what they've got here. I mean, the pod, even the glass canopy looks almost the same. I never noticed the glass canopy. That's actually kind of a cool look. Distinctly different from the other turrets you might see in like a Hammerhead or like one of the other manufacturers. I love that MISC has their own MISC-looking turret design.
man turrets.
What makes this MISC is the shape language that was used to make this turret. It replicates the exterior of the ship, which
Okay, I guess they were going to get to that.
contains round forms, welded forms, and chunky shapes.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, this is, I consider this to be like the specialist, combat specialist beluga. It looks like a whale that has been designed to be like a Navy SEAL. It's the SEAL whale.
MISC as a manufacturer are kind of really proud of their manufacturing and they're not afraid to show it. You kind of see all the compound forms that reveal the underlying structure, where the fuel cells are, but it's a little more refined. Paneling is a lot cleaner. It's not something like a Drake ship where everything is just completely exposed.
It's clean.
I really like the MISC look. It's got this sort of darker stealth armor, so it looks really like sleek. The guys have done a really great job with the lighting on it. It's got this.
Yeah, dude, these later MISC ships are really stepping up the, I think, overall atmosphere around MISC as a company, both with the Mirai moves and with these newer MISC ships. The company itself is feeling more and more like one of the technological powerhouses in the verse, whereas before it was just more of in the lore you would know about that. They're doing a lot with MISC. I'm gonna be interested to see how that affects the looks of some of the other manufacturers, but I also don't know if they're paying that much attention anymore.
Mean looking red lighting. It just looks really sick.
It does not have a cargo lift, but it still has your cargo bay in the back for 96 SCU and space for holding ground vehicles.
So that's significant right there. Just keep your list of features that make this thing decent to use for the current game. You got a vehicle bay, you got some cargo space in that vehicle bay, we got those turrets to defend with, we got pilot controlled guns you already know about. Let's continue.
And you also have the addition of a hangar up top.
There are a lot of
And then there's a ship hangar,
for a
right?
version that could carry a ship, so I'm glad we've managed to figure that out.
The thing is, so this ship is like 15 meters, maybe longer than the Retaliator. This isn't, I mean, the Retaliator is bigger than it seems. it's not like a gigantic ship. So putting a ship hangar on this does make it's a small hangar. I mean, this is a snub ship hangar. What I'm waiting to see is if any ships can fit on this that have a quantum drive. That's the big question. I guess hopefully we'll see within the next week.
It can accommodate one Fury, but if you are a good pilot, you can accommodate two as well.
What we've done is we've stripped out the Max's separate habitation rooms and replaced those with the hangar.
It's not that much big, but it's compact. It has a landing pad there with really cool, small refueling parts.
Yo, see now, this is such a cool, man, this feels so much better than so many of the ships with hangars. Because it's so compact, it feels so efficient, they fit in such a space. I like what they did with this ship.
Landing pad there.
I didn't think I was going to. I didn't care about the ship when they first announced it, but I really like where this has gone.
Really cool, small refueling parts.
We've extended the Max's habitation kitchen area to have its own bunk room. On the lower deck, we've replaced the long cargo bridge sort of area with a troop deployment area where some soldiers can jump out of like an extending gantry.
So you've got dropship capabilities for ground missions, armory for all of your storage for FPS stuff, the habitation area, so everybody's got a bed to log off on or get a buff or whatever the heck they're doing with beds. Continue down the list.
And between that and the cargo bay is a small medical room.
Right. And then you got a medical bed. So you can get healed up when you need to, and you can respawn on this ship when you need to.
No other MISC ships has a medical bay, so it was a bit hard at the first to get used to it, like how the...
And it looks pretty freaking good. Wait, MISC? I'm immediately getting like Alien universe from this, with a little bit of like, I would say a little Mass Effect too. I really like the design of this room. Not just the design, but like just the little visual cues. I love the light bar across the top. Love the shape language on the door. Canisters on the corner there. The freaking medical bed area looks really nice. This is a beautiful room. I bet the concept art for this looked great. I'm also noticing they're showing a lot of new faces in this video. They are kind of giving us a little bit of more looks over the last couple of months of how much the ship team has really expanded. They've been releasing just about once a month, every month, since late last year. I could say this is the kind of ship I would expect to come to the game. There are other ships that I expect to come. I think they need to slow down on the ground vehicles. But the amount of ships isn't really the problem. It's more so the why. I think the why is mainly just keeping people involved and also spending money to lead up to Squadron 42. But they've never had this kind of caliber before. When they used to release ships like this, which was around 2018 to 2021-ish time, half of them were concepts. Now so many of them are just coming straight into the game. They've changed a lot on the ship team side of things. Remember, this is only like 50 out of 1,000 something people, so it's not actually that big a part of the company, but they're doing work.
bit like how the design will be. What I feel the people will notice most will be the aesthetic of it. These bright lights and those metal floors.
Yeah.
It's a bit high-tech, but it's not like very high maintenance.
The engineering...
It has such a great grounded, but like high sci-fi. I don't want to say call it high sci-fi. I don't think it's high sci-fi. Alien universe is not high sci-fi, but I'm thinking of like a lot of Mass Effect feelings when I see this kind of stuff. Don't know why.
Engineering and the cockpit are the same as the Max.
And in the cockpit, it's very spacious. It's accommodate pilot, co-pilot. It looks really cool because it's integrated.
There's that one drawback.
It's pilot.
Every ship needs to have its pros and its cons, right? We've got that list we've been going down for the pros. There's your con. The view. And it's not a Decepta. You know. Con. Sorry.
Co-pilot. It looks really cool because it's integrated with the bridge.
The turret room is located in the belly of the ship. At first glance, it resembles a shrine to warfare, with all the red lights around the ammunition and the turret seats on the left and the right. It looks really
Wait,
cool.
what is that?
The ammunition and
What is this supposed to be? Ammunition? Aren't they laser guns? I thought they were. Oh, maybe they're ballistics.
The turret sits on the left and the right. It looks really cool. The animations
So
are
is
really
that?
cool.
Yeah, is this the actual anime? If this fires, wait.
From the hatch closing over the player to the seat rotating and going into the turret, and the guns sliding out in preparation for battle.
Oh yeah, they're cannons.
The Starlancer would be for like teams
I feel like the ammunition doesn't actually disappear. They would have showed us that.
of players who really like missions in a large group of like soldiers. As well as like the actual people crewing the ship and the turrets, you've got quite a lot of space for
Oh, they love this shot.
ground pounders with rifles. The cargo bay in the back can be used for like some of the small
Hey, it's
vehicles, like the
GII.
Cyclone
Hashtag join GII. Literally, that's our helmet.
with rifles. The cargo bay in the back
It's like half the helmet of the people in the game, but show
can
what?
be used for like some of the smaller vehicles like the Cyclone. I think it's a really good ship for like just team play.
All right. So, it looks like the #1 ship straight from release for running group quests in this game. I don't think that's really ships getting more and more powerful. I think this is very unique for this ship. Like, I think that they will have other large ships. I wouldn't even say something like the the Galaxy would be a good competitor to this, actually. But this is unique. I think the biggest thing that is making this ship unique is the hangar and the medical beds. Besides that, cargo, vehicle space, habitation, defense, you can get that in a lot of other places. But even then, this ship is very defendable. It's got ground combat capabilities. It's got ship combat capabilities. It's got cargo hauling capabilities, looting capabilities. They're gonna have to have something that makes this ship harder to maintain. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's slow. Maybe the shields aren't as powerful. They didn't even talk really about the components today, but I think it's got 1 size 3 shield. So I don't know. Let's see what the cons are though. This will be out in about a week or 2 weeks. We'll be testing this on the channel, putting it through its paces, getting GII in there and seeing what kind of missions we can run. But the #1 thing CIG needs to do when they release this ship is, oh my gosh, give us more missions to use it with. How many missions can you go on in this game? Bring 4 friends or enough people to fill up that whole drop pod and actually have a good time, all of you, instead of 2 people getting all the kills and the other folks just kind of watching. We need larger FPS missions. We need the distribution centers to be utilized like they said they were going to years ago. We need them to put missions in caves like we were supposed to see. We need Siege of Orison kind of things to come back. We need more to do in groups. It's hard to say. Hathor facilities are good, but we're going to need more that are just contracts. So that's a good look at the Starlancer TAC. I'll have something more prepared to talk about this ship coming out in the next few days. It's going to be a lot about what makes a solo ship too, if you're interested in that kind of thing. Keep a lookout on the main channel. Thank you for checking this one out. Maybe subscribe. Try to put a video out every day on this channel now. Yeah. Have a good day.